This has been a long time coming, and the Duke 790 is finally here. It throbs to the tune of KTM's very first 799cc parallel motor. Its raspy exhaust note heralds the might of 105 horses and 87 Nm of torque, all compressed to detonate a compact package that weighs just 169 kg dry. A package which KTM likes to call the Scalpel. And this is how it gets that reputation, with its ability to be devastatingly quick where it matters, in the corners. It is incredibly compact. Reminds you almost of the 390, but here you have a lot more room to move around. It also feels ultra light the minute you swing your leg around it. Handlebar is lower set, the foot peg more rear set. And when you throw in a chassis that loves to talk you through everything that is going on underneath you, you almost feel invincible as you lean the bike into the very first corner. And luckily, it's not a false sense of security, because the Duke 790 carves through the corners with absolute precision. And what leaves you dumbfounded is just how sharp and agile the 790 feels as it decimates anything that looks like a curve, despite its 1475 mm wheelbase. That's 25 mm more than the Kawasaki H2, but it still tips into corners just as quickly as any of its pointy RT siblings and displays incorrigible stability as it fires out of them. Also, in terms of tires, I'd never heard of Maxxis, to be honest, so I did not know what to expect. But man, did they deliver, and they were right on the money in terms of feedback as well as grip. The brakes are better still, because KTM have done away with Brembos and gone ahead with Jeju-1 braking system, which are quite widely used in World Superbike as well as Moto 2. And man, are they good. You have tremendous bite and feedback to pull stoppies even with the ABS on. Now this is what I love about KTM. They're a racing brand. Their focus is always to extract maximum performance. So rather than dilute the 790 for the road, they have instead kitted it up with the best-in-class electronics package. We are talking about IMU-based cornering ABS traction control and wheelie control. You also get a quick shifter and auto blipper as standard. You get like 4 riding modes, of which you have a special track mode, which gives you further 9 levels of traction control, the ability to switch off wheelie control altogether, and if you want, you can enter the Supermoto mode, which means that you can lock the rear while still having cornering ABS at the front. And if that's not enough, you also get launch control to nail those starts every single time. That was one feature which we could not test, because we were told that for the launch control option to be available, the bike has to do at least 1000 kilometers. But the rest of the electronics package was mighty impressive. The quick shifts were butter smooth even at low RPMs, with the throttle partially open. The system works transparently without upsetting the bike, even when you're leaned all the way over and shifting up when changing direction. Fueling is spot on. The throttle connection very good, always keeping you on top of all that's happening at the rear as you make the most of KTM's stonking mid-punch. Where can it improve? I feel the auto blipper is not the smoothest. It's not as smooth as the quick shifter, which means you have to dab it a little bit harder as compared to the best systems out there. I would have also preferred some adjustability at the front, because I feel over the really bumpy corners, the forks seem to be a touch too soft. Just like all of us, I was wishing for the price tag to be a little more competitive considering the rampant rumors that the 790 was going to be made in India. Unfortunately, that did not happen. It comes to India via the CKD route, and that's why the 8.6 lakh price tag. But to be honest, after riding it, after experiencing it, I feel it has both the performance and the equipment to justify the price tag. I mean, it not only lives up to that hype, I'm almost tempted to think that this is my new favorite middleweight naked, given how easy it is to go fast on this bike. A place which has so far been occupied by the Triumph Street Triple. So I cannot wait to ride them both back to back and see where that goes.